Dara and Grace, the last selfie. Dara and Grace had always loved taking pictures together. Nothing fancy, just silly selfies, pictures on walks, photos at night, and little memories they could look back on years later. But one night, they took a picture they would never forget. It was late. The house was quiet, the lights were low, and rain tapped gently against the windows. Grace was sitting beside Dara when she suddenly smiled. "Come on," she said. "One more selfie before we go to bed," Dara laughed. "All right, one more." He held up the phone. Grace covered part of her face with her hand, laughing as the camera flashed. For a moment, everything was completely normal. Then Dara looked at the picture. His smile disappeared. "Grace? What? Look behind us." Grace leaned closer. In the photograph, the room looked exactly the same. The sofa, the wall, the doorway. Except there was someone standing in the doorway. A tall, pale figure with long dark hair. Neither of them had seen anyone there. Grace stared at the screen. "Dara, nobody was there." "I know." They turned around. The doorway was empty. Dara quickly checked the photo again. The figure was still there, standing perfectly still, watching them. Grace whispered, "Delete it." Dara pressed delete. The picture disappeared. They both sighed with relief. Then the phone vibrated. A new photo appeared in the gallery. Dara hadn't taken it. It was another picture of them. This time they were both looking at the camera, but behind them the figure was closer. Much closer. Grace immediately moved beside Dara. "That's not possible." Another vibration. Another photograph. The figure was even closer. Another. Closer. Another. Now it was standing directly behind Grace. Derek dropped the phone onto the sofa. Neither of them spoke. Then they heard something from upstairs. Knock. They looked at each other. "Knock," Grace whispered. "Maybe it's a window." Dara shook his head. "There aren't any windows up there." The phone vibrated again. Neither wanted to pick it up. Finally, Dara slowly reached for it. The screen showed one new photograph. It wasn't a picture of the room. It was a picture of Dara and Grace standing exactly where they were now, except the photograph had been taken from behind them. Someone was standing in the room, watching. Dara slowly turned around. Nothing. Grace grabbed his hand. "Let's leave." They hurried toward the front door. Dara pulled the handle. Locked. He tried again. Nothing. Then the lights went out. The house became completely silent. Grace whispered, "Dara? I'm here." A tiny light appeared, the phone screen. The camera had turned on by itself. Dara looked at the screen. The camera was facing them. But on the screen, the tall figure was standing behind them. Derek slowly looked over his shoulder. Nothing. He looked back at the phone. The figure was still there. Then something changed. It smiled. The phone flashed. Derek and Grace shut their eyes. When they opened them, the front door was unlocked. They ran outside into the rain. They didn't stop until they reached the end of the street. Grace looked back at the house. Every window was dark, except one, the upstairs window. A figure stood behind the glass, watching them. Derek took Grace's hand. "Don't look." They kept walking. Neither of them spoke about the photographs again. Until the next morning. Derek woke up and checked his phone. There was one final photograph in the gallery. He opened it. His heart sank. It was a picture of Dara and Grace asleep, taken from inside their bedroom. And underneath it was a message. "You forgot the last selfie." Dara immediately woke Grace. She looked at the screen. Then she noticed something Dara hadn't. In the photograph, the figure wasn't standing behind them. It was standing beside the bed. And on the wall behind it was a message written in dark red letters. "I'm always behind you." Grace slowly looked toward the bedroom door. Derek followed her gaze. The door was open. They were certain they'd closed it. And from the hallway came the quiet sound of a phone camera focusing. Click. The screen of Derek's phone lit up one final time. A new photograph appeared. It showed Derek and Grace staring at the phone. And behind them, the figure was smiling. The end.
Ding dong.